Adding messages to your design is an important way of being able to personalize it. Let's take a look at exactly how we go about doing this. Start by pressing the Messages button, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the Messaging option menu and we're going to choose New. I'm going to very quickly go ahead and change the message, and I'm going to type in Merry Christmas. Let me just go ahead and give this a slightly bigger size so that you can see it, and I'm going to just come back and I'm going to put Merry Christmas over 2 lines by using the Control and Enter key. We can reposition the text by holding it down with the left mouse button and dragging it anywhere on the screen. Just to make it more readable, I'm going to come over and adjust the brush, and I'm going to make that a red colour. Let's now go back, and what we'll do is we'll adjust the text size attributes, and we'll also take a look at the font. Now from the drop down list I can see what each font looks like and how it will be rendered. I'm going to come down a couple of pages and I'm going to choose Chanson Heavy, which is a font I like. Let's now take a look at some of those brush attributes in a little more detail. I'm going to come down, I'm going to choose a linear fill, and from the swatches I'm going to choose a nice cool blue, and we can see our Merry Christmas text has now changed colour. And in a similar fashion, let me go and change the pen attributes to show you those. I'll keep the colour solid, and I'm going to come down and I'll change the outline to something like red, which will be visible on the screen, and as you can see I can really adjust the thickness of that outline. Speech bubbles allow us to give personalization of a message by giving it some direction and attributing it to, say, a particular person or speaker. I'll go ahead and choose a rounded speech bubble, and I think what I'll do is I'll come down and I'll also give it some direction. We can also adjust and play with the attributes of the speech bubble and, say for example, adjust the thickness, the arrow length, the positioning, the rotation. Let's now take a look at text orientation. From here I can do things such as rotate the text, and font permitting, do things like adjust the underline, make it bold, make it italic. Now I've very quickly created a new design to show you a very cool feature when working with cakes that are round. I've got a picture in here and I've just quickly added a new message, and what I'm going to quickly do is go in here and adjust it to circle above. Now what you can see it's done is it's put the text around the outside of the cake. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the message and type in Merry Christmas once more. If I repeat my message by copying and pasting it a few times, I'll show you another very useful feature. Now as I adjust the size of my text, we can get the message to fit round the outside of the cake completely. I'll quickly go ahead and give this some colour so that it's got a bit more emphasis on screen. And finally we can adjust the radius of our text and bring it in from the edge of the cake design just a little bit, just to allow us to pipe a border, say. And like all text messages, we can rotate it just to position it for a better orientation.